Chosen one, your life has been put on hold for a specific reason. Your life has been put on hold for a specific person. And I say hold, y'all, but it's really on reserve. The Most High, God has reserved you for a special somebody. God has reserved you for a special group of friends. God has reserved you for a particular position, whether it's a 9-to-5, whether it's an entrepreneurship, whether it's you being a member of a specific church and operating in something specific there. You're on reserve for something that's special. And the reason why God, the Most High, the universe, put you on reserve, because you are a reserved person. You literally are a person that's reserved. There may be a season where you were out there, baby. You showed everything. You gave everybody whatever. You showed your hand, right? But God woke you up, knocked you on the door, came and said, you know what? This right here is not for you. This right here, you deserve better. This person right here cannot give you what you're asking for. So now I have to put you on reserve. And we like to call it isolation, y'all. But I want to switch it up a little bit and just say that you have been put on reserve, my love. And for a very good reason. Because everybody cannot handle you. Let's get into this thing, y'all. Those of you that are new to the channel, welcome to the channel, y'all. Over here is truth, love, and light. We're on a journey now where we're showing up, y'all. We're becoming the person that God has created us to be. Your identity is changing. Your environment is going to change because of that. Your personality, your character, the people that you connect with, it's going to change because you have changed. You have been put on reserve, or you are on reserve. Let's get into it. What does it mean for somebody to be reserved? I'm talking about you, chosen one. If you're reserved, you're the opposite of a loudmouth or a cut up. Let's start there. If you are considered a person that's reserved, I told you, you're not only put on reserve, but the Most High put you on reserve, because even in the seasons where you were quote unquote walking in darkness, where you weren't sure of who you were, you weren't sure of what your life was supposed to look like. And even if you're uncertain right now, you still have a knowing about yourself. You still know I'm chosen now. You still know there's certain people, places, and things that I no longer resonate with. You know there's something about you that has a knowing now. Even in the seasons and the moments where you're uncertain, there's still a certainty about you. And because of that, God has reserved you, because now you've awakened. You know better. So now you're being held accountable. There it is. Go off, Spirit. Now you're being held accountable for the things that you know. And you know yourself, whoever I'm speaking to. You know what you can handle. You know what you can't handle. You know the things that tick you off. You know those things, those places, those environments. You know it. You know it. You know it, my love. You've gone through so much that now you know better. So let's get into it. If you're reserved, you're the opposite of a loudmouth or a cut up. God cannot allow you to be around spaces and places and things that's full of noise, that's full of drama, that's full of chaos, that's full of insecurity. All of these things, people that talk loud, a loud mouth, that love to cut up, they love attention. They love it. And see, whoever I'm speaking to, this is a season now, in order for your identity to shift, in order for you to truly stand up in your new position, in order for you to maximize this creature that God is creating within you, you cannot be around people that requires so much attention from you. You can't do that anymore. Because now you're walking with this independence. You know who you are. You're not codependent on anything or anybody. And there may have been a season where God had to teach you that you cannot depend on this person, that thing, that income. So now I have to remove that so you can see, baby, it's a me and you thing. I've put you on reserve for a reason. That's God speaking to you, chosen one. I've put you on reserve for a reason. You are considered to be reserved because you're not a loudmouth. You're not a cut up. You're not out here doing the absolute most. You don't have to, whoever I'm speaking to. And so you'll look around in certain seasons and you feel like it's a one-man show. You'll look around and you'll feel like you're walking by yourself. You don't have a whole lot of friends. You don't talk to a whole lot of people, but rightfully so, my love. Chosen one. The divine, the Most High, has reserved you. You're not meant to be around a whole lot of people. You're not meant to share your energy and your space and your ideas and your heart and your time with a whole lot of people in certain seasons. And before y'all say it, let's go ahead and clock it, because I know a lot of y'all feel like I've been in isolation for a long time. When is God going to do this, going to do that? Can I tell you, my love, I told you we're going through an identity shift. And the more you shift, the more you mature, the more you grow up, the more you realize the things that no longer serve you, even if it's not just people. It could be your mindset. It can be the way that you think for yourself. That very thing, y'all, I got to keep it real because I love y'all enough to tell y'all. That very thing, that narrative that you're saying like, God, when? When you going to send my husband? When you going to send my friends? When? That's the indication that you're not ready yet, my love. Because when we get into ourselves, when we get into our own quote unquote bag, whether it's your healing bag, your money bag, your whatever bag, when you get into that space and place, baby, mentally, physically, emotionally, you won't be worried about who's with you, who's rocking with you, who's talking about you, all of that. You'll be so focused on you. So if that is a highlight of your life of when, God, then there's still a little bit more work to do, my love. And it's okay. Chosen one. It is okay to be put on reserve. Everybody cannot connect with you. Even in the season right now where you're transforming, you're becoming, you're figuring it out. Even in the moments where you feel like I'm already there, there's still more for you. And so when you're elevating and going to that next season, that next moment, that glory to glory, some things and people have to fall off. Even if you feel like I'm at the top of my game right now, I got these people around me, they're successful, they doing this, they doing that, we all doing our own things. When it comes to you, chosen one, a person who's been set aside, that's meant to continue to elevate, continue to grow, continue to become, even those that you deem to be top tier, the ones that got it all together, that's standing next to you, holding the position, holding the status, there's still something different about you where God will pluck you up out of there and put you on another level. There's no window when it comes to you. There's no, what do I want to call it? There's no ceiling. There it is. There's no ceiling when it comes to you. So even if you feel like you're at the top of your game, you're always meant to transform and become and receive more. So even the ones that got it, y'all, that you could be standing next to, that you consider a friend, a lover, a cousin, mother, they rightfully have it on their own. Yes. They got their own business. They got their own money. They doing well. All y'all connected in a certain season for a reason. But then God, at one season, because I read it this morning, to everything there's a season. Call spirit before I got online. And y'all listen, so I'm just real quick. God has given me a schedule to try to stick to. And part of it is for me to get up and read a scripture. And sometimes I do it after the video, but I love the fact that he just brought that back to my memory. To everything there's a season. That was my scripture. I think it was Ecclesiastes 3. Ecclesiastes 3. I read the whole thing. Somebody need to go read that. To everything there's a season, because you might be walking with some people who have a beautiful heart. That don't mean that, you know, something wrong with them, y'all. We always talk about the negative side of things, but sometimes you can be with people, you can be in spaces and places that can handle your weight, that do see you, but that still means there's more for you though. And so when you have to break off certain things, when you have to renew yourself, when you have to move to your next, sometimes the people that you leave behind, the environments that you leave behind won't understand it. That's because you've been put on reserve. You're a reserved person. So God has to keep pushing you. No shade to the people you left behind. No shade to the people you can no longer connect with. No shame to the people you no longer resonate with. Absolutely not. This is all about you, my love. All about you. It's not considered isolation. It's a reserve. Let's keep going, y'all. If you're considered reserved, because I told you you're put on reserve and you're considered a reserved person. If you're considered reserved, you're polite, you have a lot of self-control, and you don't show your feelings. Now, y'all, that last part can kind of sound like, but why? Why, Lord? Why? It to me, it kind of sound like a negative thing, but it's not. It's not. Whoever I'm speaking to, chosen one, you have put your feelings out there in the street in the past, and they got ran over. You have been so open and vulnerable to spaces and places and people that could not handle that in that season. And so God put you on reserved to teach you how to cultivate, how to maneuver, how to show love and appreciation for spaces and places and things in the right way. But first of all, God had to show you that you give it to yourself first. You love yourself first. You appreciate yourself first. The only way you can learn these things is if God withdraw you, pull back your energy, pull back your time, pull back your attention from spaces and places and people so that you can put it on yourself. Put the focus on you, your eyes on you. If God sees you in a certain way, God sees you as special. God sees you as a person that's set aside. God has a special anointing over your life, gifts, talents. Then who are you not to think the same thing? For so long, y'all, as chosen ones, people humble us. People constantly humble us. When you go into environments, you're constantly feeling like, I need to, fall back a little bit. Let me peep the scene. Sometimes we'll call it that. Let me peep the scene. Let me see what's going on. But what would happen if we just decide not to peep the scene? When we jump out the car, baby, feeling good, smelling good, looking good, high vibration. God has put us in this season of reservation. Go off, spirit. Not so much as isolation, but reservation. Taught you who you are. Reminded you of who you were not. So when you step back on that place or that environment, when you go back to the city that you had to leave behind, when you do all of these things, what would happen if you stepped on the scene, baby, and said, I don't care what nobody else feel about me. I can care less what people think about me. I know I put on all my makeup. I know I dressed up in my, y'all, I don't know if it's a 3-piece suit, whatever it is for my men. I know I did all of that, but I'm doing it regardless of if the event is dressed down or dressed up. I'm going to come in there and do what I feel I want to do. What would happen, y'all, if we really walked in that? Because I'm telling you now, I'm speaking to a chosen one. I'm speaking to a person that in moments and seasons, you feel better by the fact that you just let people go ahead and rock out. You let them have the big mouth. You let them have the attention. You let them have the glory, whatever it is they want. But if you walk into the room wholeheartedly, I'm talking about, y'all, this is this whole reserve thing. This is this whole reserve thing. When God draws us in and give us that knowing, there it is, go off, spirit. I told you, you're a person now. You know who you are. So when you start operating like that, you have to let go of certain environments because you outgrow those people, places, and things because you know who you are. You know who you are. It's not a game for you. It's not something that you get on and you paint on your face. It's not something that you go out here, baby, you have to study for and buy and look at everybody else's life to see how they do it. No. No, my love. No, chosen one. God has and is creating you to stand 10 toes down regardless. So you can step into the room with all the other greats, baby, and hold your own weight. You can step into the room of all these insecure, doubtful people and still feel like, you know what? That's their own problem. That's their own issues. That's their own insecurities. I don't have to dim myself down. I don't have to dumb down. I don't have to play stupid. I don't have to try to get along with people and places and things that I know can't handle my greatness. Can't handle this new me. Spirit going off today. And I love it. Because this is the season now, my love, chosen one, where it's time to embrace all of you. All of you. Again, you're polite. Because sometimes people will make you feel like, even as a man, when you walk into that politeness, oh my goodness, even when you're walking in that authority, that light, that boldness, that courage, people will see you from my men and they'll look at you and write you off as weak. Even the women. We're living in a society now where the women want to be hard. They want to fight all the time, want to be combative, always have something to say about the next woman. It's gotten to the point where the women now talking about the men too. They feel like the men are competition. Where they do that at? Chosen one. Where do they do that at? And so God pulls you back in and puts you in your rightful position. Not to say that we have gender roles, but y'all, let's keep it 100. As a woman, you shouldn't be out here trying to prove yourself to this man or anybody else that I could do it too. If he could do it, I could do it too. For my men, when you walk in your authority, your power, when you stand up, but you also have this politeness about you. You don't have to sit around and try to, let people know I'm burly. I got it. No. No, my love. That's the very thing that sets you apart and that makes people feel like they need to do a little bit better. Because y'all, we cannot escape the fact that you are the light. You are chosen. You are meant to evolve. You are meant to grow. You are meant to show people what it looked like. To walk in your authority, your power, walk into this just way of being, y'all. But still, there's a humbleness about you. A politeness about you. And God had to put you on reserve to show you that. To teach you that. So when you get out here, baby, you won't be rattled. You won't be shaken. You won't feel like you have to compete with nobody. You will understand this is a me versus me thing. This journey is about me. My life is about me. Chosen one, that's what it is. My love. Your life is about you. Yes, the divine, the most high, Yeshua used people, places, and environments around you to show you that. But at the end of the day, it's your life. It's your journey. You're walking out your faith. That's why I tell people all the time, I'm not perfect. Don't put me in that box. And because I say that, don't mean that I'm out here and I want to live a reckless life. No. But my flesh is weak. In those moments where you're weak, God will make you strong. But you have to know this is what it is. Who am I speaking to, y'all? I hope it's making sense. I hope it's making sense, y'all. You've been put on reserve because of that. Let's go off spirit. You were put on reserve because there was a season where you may have been weak. You may have been weak when it came to the women, when it came to the men, when it came to love, when it came to your family, when it came to you being on these jobs. You may have been weak. And when I say that, y'all, that doesn't mean it's anything wrong with you. Absolutely not. You had to experience that. You had to go through that. You had to grow through that. So God put you on reserve for you to sit down and think about what happened. What was my part? What can I do different the next time? I'm telling you right now, your life has been put on reserve even as you were a child. My love, you were never like anybody else. That's what I said. You were walking in this darkness, but there was still a reserve. You were reserved for a moment as this, a time as this. So everything you experienced, even as a child, God is going to use it. God is going to use it. Nothing is in vain. Nothing, my love. I feel good about this word, this message, and I know whoever's listening to it, y'all feel me. Y'all feel me. Let's keep going. You're polite, you have a lot of self-control, and you don't show your feelings. God has taught you how to give and to receive. this is going to be a season, if you hadn't walked into that yet, that you're going to receive just as much as you give. That reciprocity energy that goes back to those feelings. So when people can't handle you, when people mistreat you, when people do the absolute most in these spaces and places that God sends you, he pulls you out and puts you back on reserve, put you back on the shelf, polish up your crown again. My love, polish up your crown again, where you can sit down and really think. I don't know why God keep going back to that. Reserve can also mean set aside. There it is. We love to call it isolation because the enemy, the devil, wants us to feel like it's torture. It's something wrong. Why do we have these many friends and they don't have these many friends? And all of this stuff that really don't matter. Not in real life, y'all. Yeah, we're meant to connect with people, but I'm telling you, you're on reserve now because your true people, your true tribe, your true lovers, your true friends, they're waiting on you. Waiting on you. Which takes me back to the fact where God said you might have a group of people that feel good, look good, smell good. In one season, they got it all together. But when it comes to you, there's always more. That might be their cap. That might be their reality. That might be their end all be all when it comes to whatever they're doing, but not for you. Your possibilities, baby, is infinite. You can do whatever. Chosen one. You can do whatever, y'all. Let's keep going. If your seats at a concert are reserved, that means they're saved for you. We're talking about what does it mean when someone is reserved, something is reserved. If your seats at a concert are reserved, that means they're saved for you. There's an inheritance that's rightfully yours. It's reserved and saved for you. There's a destiny. There's a person. There's a friend. There's a job that's reserved for you, my love. But just as God has put that thing on reserve, he has to put you in a season where you pull back, you draw back, you reserve, so he can build you up, teach you, show you. So when you sit down at the table, baby, you won't be talking about, I'm full. Go off, spirit. When he feasts and feeds you and give you your blessings, you'll know how to sustain it and maintain it. You won't be the one coming into the connections in the relationship with the baggage, with the trauma and the drama. No, you won't even connect or resonate with people like that anymore. You've been put on reserve. Your life has been put on reserve, my love. And for a reason. So again, if you're the person that feels like, why do I have to do it alone? Why I don't have no friends. I'm this and this and this and this. There's still more. There's more for us. Because this is not me and you. No, it's more for us to do, to grow, to become, to know exactly who you are. Because I'm telling you, it takes a bold person to be great. Go off, spirit. It takes a bold person to be great because everybody don't do it and everybody don't want to see you do it. So not only are you fighting against your own mentality, your own narratives, the story that your people, whoever may be placed on your life, not only are you fighting against that, but you're fighting against those who have not figured themselves out either. But you're bold enough to go through the process, the progress. You're bold enough to take that journey. You're bold enough to step outside the box. You have the audacity, baby, to believe that you can do better. It takes a bold individual to stand up and to walk in that truth. And God teaches us, y'all, in that season, if you want to call it isolation, then okay. But God teaches us in those moments how to be that. I'm not talking about just talking about it. A lot of people talking nowadays, y'all. Everybody got something to say, but is it worth listening to? Go off, spirit. Is it worth listening to? Is it worth your attention? Is it worth your time, your energy? And see, God is raising you up and building you up and creating this new identity. So when you go back out there, when you connect again, because let me tell you something, the enemy gonna come back around with that same foolishness. But this time, baby, you won't stick around to play. You won't. You've been put on reserve, and God is teaching you what it looked like to move around this thing called life. Let's get into the next one, y'all. We're talking about someone who is reserved, and then let's just talk about the meaning of reserve real quick, and then we're gonna get out of here, y'all. What is reserve in general? To retain or hold over to a future time or place. To retain or hold over to a future time or place. What is it, Jeremiah 29? Where God says, I have a plan. I have a plan for you. I have a hope in a future for you. Specifically for you, chosen one. Viewer, your destiny, your plan, your love life, your friendships, all of that may not look like mine. How you get there may not look like my journey. That's why I don't write people off. I don't have time to judge people. I don't have time to tell you how your faith should look. No, I can only tell you what I know, and that is that God has a hope and a future, a plan for you. And you've been put on reserve so you can receive that. Now, how you get there is between you and the divine, you and God. Everything won't be perfect. Everything won't be peaches and cream. Everybody won't appreciate it or appreciate you. But guess what they got to do, baby? Respect it. Respect your hustle. Respect what it is you said you want. Respect the fact that you no longer want to connect or resonate with that. Respect it. And when they don't, God just wipe them off the map, baby, like they never existed. Because there's something that you're supposed to be doing. There's a way that you're supposed to live, how you're supposed to show up. You got big vibes, big energy. Very tapped in, tuned in. You know that. But there are seasons and spaces and places that people cannot handle, nor can they respect. They don't appreciate any of that. So God will allow you to go into these environments and these connections and stuff so that you can experience it. Then I told you he will draw you. And then it's like, okay, so what did you learn from that? Go off, spirit. This is your life. This is your life. And I'm coming to you and telling you like this because I'm telling you, the devil, the enemy will make us feel like we're in isolation and everybody else out here living in this. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, my love. When it's time for you to receive your blessing, this thing, this person, whatever it is that you've been working towards, because you allow God to sit you down for a season, when you get there, I'm telling you right now, baby, it's something that's going to last. That last heartache, that last situation, that last thing you had to go through, you went through that for a reason. For a reason. So this next time, I'm telling you, when you walk into that space, when you go and interview for that job, when you start doing what you do, how you do, it's going to last. You will not be put back on the shelf. Not anymore. Not anymore. And there's nothing wrong with that, y'all. There's nothing wrong with being shelved in certain seasons. I think I was listening to Pastor Sarah Jake's one. It could have been a few weeks ago. And she was just talking about how when you're meant to be the leader, you're meant to be on the front line. But there's a season too where you have to fall back and let the other soldiers step up because you've done enough. You're wounded. You took enough lickings, baby. And now God is saying, okay, now let me draw you back in, pat you back up, let you know what it is. So when you step back out there, you're coming back even stronger, even wiser, even more mature. But we have to know the seasons that we're in. The moments, the things that we're experiencing is not a curse. It's okay to pull back and say, you know what, I'm going to rest today. Let me call in and say, I can't do it. It's okay if I pick up the child every day and today I can't do it. Not that I don't have anything to do. It's just I'm tired. So I'm going to do me first. I may bring you lunch every Tuesday, every Thursday, but today I can't do it. I have something that I need to get done on my job, on my end, so I can't do it today. This is what God teaches us. Because you could be so polite. Let's get into it, spirit. You could be so polite, so loving, so kind, all these things. That's what it's talking about, being reserved. When you're a reserved person, humble, meek, patient, all of these things, y'all. You can be that. But there's a season where people will use it for their advantage, and they'll take and drain and draw. And then God have to go back and put you back on reserve. Fill your cup again. Show you who you are. Heal your heart. And it's okay, my love. It's okay, chosen one. When you're in those moments, in those seasons of reservation, you better know, baby, that God is just preparing the table. Go up, spirit. God is preparing the table. And the table don't always have to be food. The table don't always have to be food. God is preparing the new home for you. So you waiting and you're trying to figure out, God, why can't I find my new place? I want to do this. I want to do that. There's something so specific for you. And when you get it, it's going to be brand new. You're looking at one thing, but God said, I have something better. I'm preparing the table. I'm preparing the apartment. I'm preparing the place. I'm preparing the man, the woman. You've been put on reservation. This thing, this person, this idea, whatever it is you have in your mind that you feel like your life should be like, it's yours already. It's not going anywhere. As long as you stay the course, as long as you keep tapping into you, as long as you keep focused on what you're supposed to be doing for you, because I told you it's a me versus me journey. The foolishness, the ignorance, and all this stuff around you, you have to experience it. It's called life, y'all. Chosen one, it's called life. And you don't live it like everybody else. You don't operate like everybody else. You've been set aside. That's that reservation. You've been set aside. So in these seasons where you know if this is for you, because we've all been there, done that. And you may even be in a particular environment, job, connection, whatever it is, but there's still your own identity. Go off, spirit. You still have something that you're supposed to walk. Oh my gosh, my ear is ringing. You still have something that you're supposed to do by yourself. Even if you got a lover, even if you got a partner or somebody you're doing business with, even if you got all these connections, you still have a divine path for yourself. And when it comes to that, can't nobody walk it but you. So you'll walk around or you'll be sitting around trying to explain stuff to people that you feel like is on the same level as you. Family members that you feel like can hear you and understand you, but they can't, my love. This path, this walk, this life, the way you show up, it's tailor-made for you. And everybody won't be able to understand that. So when you're in those seasons of your reservation, quote unquote, isolation, listen, enjoy that. Enjoy that moment. Even if you're saying you've been doing it for years, now you have to change your attitude about it, because that may be the very thing that's holding you up. I told y'all, we're not perfect. I wouldn't dare come to you and act like you got it all together, because I don't. And I truly don't want to, y'all. I don't want to have it all together. I want God to be able to build me up, show me who I am. If I got it all together, then, I mean, what's life? What's life, y'all? If everything was always so good, so peachy, so cream, you would never know who you are, what you can handle, what you carry. That's why it's very, 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 y'all, I don't even know. I can't even think of the word right now, but we have to be careful from those that are like spoon-fed. The people that they grow into wealth, they be born into wealth. And I know, y'all, we're meant to break the generational curse and receive the wealth and all of that. Yes, but also because you've done the work. When you do receive it, you'll be able to teach your children, show other people, wait a minute, you can have it, but there's a little bit of work that you need to do. When people just receive and they grow into wealth, they have no idea what life is like. They can't comprehend your struggles. They can't comprehend your grind. They can't comprehend why you do what you do. People can't resonate with you, chosen one. Only those who've been there, done that. Only those who've been put on reserve. Only those who has done the work. And that's you. So when you get your blessing, when you walk into your position, when you do all the things that God is calling you to do, I'm telling you, baby, you're going to be able to sustain and maintain it. You won't have to ask nobody for nothing. You won't have no validation from nobody. None of that. And if you're doing it by yourself, that means that there's just other people that really can't rock with you, and you also are elevating to get to that level in that space where there are people who can rock with you, can see you, can be with you. Genuinely, y'all. I hope that makes sense. I got a lot of people waving and a lot of things going on around me right now. But y'all, listen, that's going to be the season that you're in. Not that I'm not, y'all, I can say this for myself. And when I say it with a fine tooth comb. I'm a nobody. I don't consider myself to be out here trying to be this and that and popular and wanting to be popular. That's the same thing with you, chosen one. We're not asking to be celebrities. We don't want people to see us and feel like they have to bow down and all of that. No, but there's a spirit about you, the Holy Spirit that works within you, the light that you carry, the authority, the courage, the boldness that you just cannot help. And it's because God put you in that season of reservation and taught you, showed you. So when you come out, baby, you're shining, refined and ready to shine. That's the energy that we walk in. Every time you experience what you experience, it's that refining moment, and it automatically makes you shine, even when you feel like you're not. You are. But you didn't ask for that. You're not working towards that, but it's yours. Go out, spirit. That is your inheritance. To be seen, to be loved, to be appreciated, to shine, baby. I hope it makes sense, chosen one. You have been put on reserve for a reason. You live your life as a reserved person, and rightfully so. You're anointed. You're precious. You're gifted. You're talented. There's something that you offer people that everybody cannot handle, nor are everybody doing the work to get there, to have that. But you are. You have. Your identity is changing. Your identity is changing. What you believe to be true for you is changing. It is. It is, my love. It is, y'all. Embrace it. Embrace it, because it's okay. All is well. All is well. Listen, I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Thank you for your comments, your likes, PayPals, Cash App, super thanks, all of that, y'all. I appreciate you. We're going to continue to elevate. Keep the focus on us, because I'm telling you, you've given it to everybody else, to everything else. What would it look like if you give it all to you? That's the season that we're in. That's the time that we're in. I love y'all so much. Until next time, y'all be easy. Peace.